Okay, yeah, everything's now cool. Um, Good day, everyone. So, on today's topic, we said we'll be discussing about why South African youth is not employable, right? All right,
Yeah,
all right, sorry. Um, we've seen many graduates which are staying at home in the villages. Some are staying in the let me say in the cities. Some are now are involved in crimes whereby it has increased crime rate. So, what do you think the government should do, Mr. Kahisho, on this matter? Because you know. I remember this video whereby the time the ANC was campaigning and our president said, I think this other girl was saying she's not employed, and the president said, keep on, what did he say?
searching.
Keep on searching,
Keep
keep
on
on trying.
searching.
What? Hey, our government is something else. What do you think that what like why did the president say so? Because Malema stated that he could have like tried to do something for her if he was involved he got approached like that.
Okay. Uh, okay. Hello, guys. Kabula Mukahisho Sefako.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sean, when you're on the spotlight,
yeah,
ne,
yeah,
when you are in public, and now you have to answer certain questions
yeah,
of which you do not have answers of,
yeah,
you try to find something that you're going to use as an scapegoat.
yeah,
Yeah. So I
yeah.
think the president was caught like off guard.
But
That's why he said, keep searching.
but you
Of
know,
which, of course,
but he knows it very well that he could have like he knows that he could have came up with another answer beside that one because like I he was kind of rude the way he answered.
yeah, he could have came up with another answer. But the thing is, at that moment, that was the answer that came to his mind, and there was nothing else that he had to say because
Uh,
the cameras they were there.
yeah,
He was on the spotlight, and now, mind you, um, like social media,
yeah,
people outside, the
yeah,
youth have been talking about unemployment rate.
yeah,
He knows exactly Uba, the unemployment rate, it is very steep, it is very high.
yeah,
Many youth are at home or are in their respective locations
yeah,
and they are doing nothing.
yeah,
Not that they are doing nothing, they are searching for jobs.
yeah,
They are looking for employment, but the problem is the requirements that come with uh, job shadowing,
yeah,
job searching.
yeah,
They are very high
yeah,
to a point that youth they can't meet the expectations that are being demanded from them. You need to have the experience of 5 months
oh,
or
5 years,
6 months or a year
yeah,
if ufuna ukungena kulo msebenzi okanje.
yeah,
Now you are coming out of grade 12. You were applying for a scholar, you could not get a scholar. How are you going to have experience in 6 months
yeah,
in that particular field? Or let's say you're not coming out of grade 12, you're coming out of varsity, you're
yeah,
fresh. And now the thing is, you go, you look for a job. How can you at least 2 years experience?
yeah,
Where are you going to get the 2 year experience if you did not have, a gap year to go and work, or maybe you do not have the time to job shed or get wena you were in varsity.
yeah,
Because ngoku, what is happening in most of these institutions, you know, it's only theory, 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 theory.
yeah,
And then when it comes to practicals, it's very limited time that you are going to have to do a practical. Like for us instance, we have only 6 months.
Yeah.
Then after 6 months, graduate, and then after graduation, you go to look for a job.
Yeah.
Then then they say we need 2 year experience. Where are you going to take it?
You see, that's too much. That's
Yeah,
too much. That's too much. That's too much, man. That's too much. You see, I was be thinking in like in the past few months, you see, since we're about
yeah,
done with our internship, right? And we're going to like need to be job hunting and other stuff. So while we're still job hunting, like I was thinking, how about like as a let me say as I'm still a student, why can't I take the money that I'm still receiving from NSFAS and make some let me say some investments because investing these days is no longer hard like it was before. Like
mhm,
everything is on the internet. You see, everything's on the internet these days. So like I was thinking, how about like those who got an opportunity to go to university, like the first years, you see, because I didn't have this knowledge
mhm,
on my first year. Like, how about I invest in property? You see, for example, you see, as a student, you can receive like how much again on your how much on your first year for book. You can use a book allowance to like buy shares, 5,000
yeah,
shares for property for 5,000 on easy equities because these days Capitec is not that hard actually like to make investments.
mhm,
Like get since one share is equals to 1 rand and you're gonna get dividends for like every 3 to 4 months, right? There somewhere there. So if you have 5,000 shares on this same company, um, do you think a student is gonna be wanting to look for a job after getting dividends? I mean after making some real investments
mhm. The
because
thing
I
is,
think that can also reduce the crime rate. You see, because unemployment rate is high, yes, I understand, but it can at least reduce the crime rate, man. Because most of the students, which okay, most of the people like which are involved in doing these crimes, are also the people who manage to graduate and they aren't finding jobs.
yeah,
You see,
the thing is, um, not everyone has that mentality
yeah,
of being a businesswoman or a businessman.
yeah,
Because when you start to invest as a youth, your money that you receive from NSFAS, you're no longer a student only. You
yeah,
start to become a businessman and a businesswoman
yeah,
because you enter into that sector of being a business person.
yeah,
So not everyone, first of all, has that mentality of being a businesswoman, a businessman.
yeah,
And some people they do not know what are the right procedures to follow in order to invest in a certain company.
yeah,
And there is also hearsay that um so and so was scammed.
yeah,
So I don't want to reach that level as well ukuthi nami ndibe scammed and lose
yeah,
the money that I was supposed to use for something else.
yeah,
So you see that challenges that other people faced and then they talked about
yeah,
become the boundary. It become a stumbling block for people who want to venture into business while they are students. You understand?
yeah,
But if you noticed, errors, how many people who are into business and low business, it does not have anything to do with online transactions,
yeah,
online, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
people they are selling, yeah, selling amagwinya, selling cell phones,
yeah.
hairpiece, and,
Sneakers,
and
yeah,
everything. So you
yeah,
give to me,
I give to you.
Yeah.
So into esijongana so, and then we give to one another
Yeah.
loo mali leyo, and then you get what you buy from me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that online space, that digital space,
Yeah.
people they are afraid. And not only that, you'll find out ukuthi some they do not even have the skill to use a laptop or a computer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If
Get you. I
it's
get you.
difficult for me to use a computer, if it's difficult for me to use as a youth to use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it's difficult for me to write an email. It's difficult for me to use email. Then how much more when it comes to investing
Yeah.
in a certain company so that you may have an income or an extra income in return. So we have different points that we can raise as a boundary of why many youth are not into business at their stage.
All right. Understand. 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 But the thing is, what I know is that before to avoid being scammed these days, you have to make yeah, like you have to do thorough research regarding to what you're doing, right? Like
Mhm.
um investing. Since the
Sure.
obvious you see there are resources online man these days. As a student, I don't
Yeah.
think the student can struggle with knowing how to invest in other stuff, you see. Um let me say, easy equities is there for us on Capitec, as I'm saying. It's there for us to do it,
Mhm.
to make transactions and other stuff. Even though it was kind of like tricky to me, I had to like check some videos on YouTube and saw other videos on TikTok of other people which managed to do it to invest. And it's quite like it's working for them. And like I've seen like people like saying that okay, they get dividends for every 3 months. You see, and they take that money and invest it again, so that what, so that as time goes by in the next 5 years, they know that they are financially stable. You understand? Especially when you invest in property. When you invest in property, when you invest in property, like even though you won't be getting that much this year because like this property just opened and the rent, you know how they calculate the dividend so that regarding to your shares that you have on that certain property, right?
Mhm.
So it's kind of like a win-win situation after 5 years.
Yeah.
Let's say you're having like more than let's say this year you bought like um 1,000 shares and then you get dividend this year, then you don't use that profit that you got but buy more shares. As time goes by, you know that okay, I'm gonna be having more than enough shares for you to be able to like receive like someone's what's this thing, someone's salary,
Okay.
you see. um Let's say yeah, you get lucky to get a job these days, since you have to hustle for you in order for you to be able to make it in an each and everyday life, right? So just make right investments and you won't regret. Just understand.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, hear you.
yeah,
Yeah, and they're fun, but
yeah,
how do you do that? How do you like ubana like them
mm,
focus like just a student and want to invest in a business, ne?
yeah,
Some people like they don't have that mind to think about those things. Look at even music trends like TikTok, ne? There's
yeah,
the background is good and figure call a trend le it in the one. There's student to student. Guys, how do you survive a varsity? What do you do to survive? And then they'd be like, with comments like, you can do digital marketing,
yeah,
And we'll be like, yeah, I want to do that digital marketing, but how can I do it? Because,
Exactly.
and yeah, and kwazi,
You
if
yeah,
see,
ngaba like,
yeah, ungathetha,
yeah,
ungaqhubeka.
if, even if there's those people, ne, ababonisayo ukuthi, okay, this is how you do it. the digital market, but it doesn't insert up in like, okay, this is how you do it, but you don't understand it. You still can't understand it. But yenziwa kanjani kanye kanye le digital market. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's like,
I think
yeah,
it goes back kulanto bendiyithethile. We as youth, we are lacking skills. And lento, you see, Ushon Uti, we can invest, you can enter into these digital platforms and start to trade and whatnot. But the thing is, even now, Baba sesikolweni ngoku, be it a primary, high school, nasevarsity, they don't have those skills. So which means
yeah,
from primary uyaphuma in high school, still she does not have a skill esithile esizamenza uba makabe nemali. She's at the high school, uzawuphuma angene evarsity. Xa efika evarsity, still akanaso skill esithile that will make him or her to have an income. So we'll say, in other words, it starts from the education system.
Yeah.
Yeah, in South Africa.
Yes.
So if education system yethu yalapha eSouth Africa, it is the way it is right now, and it has been like that ever since safunda nathi, and if it continues to be like that in the next 20 years, what will happen? The unemployment rate will keep on increasing.
That's very true.
But now, into a government that they have to do, they have to change. I don't know how. A system lena that they are using from the basic education to higher education. Nalapha universities, they have to change.
Yeah.
Then, okay, yeah, of course, there are some um, private schools that
Yeah.
are doing better. They are doing better
yeah,
because kukhona practicals.
Yeah.
They are teaching abantwana, skills that they are going to use xa bephuma esikolweni. And then ufumanisa ukuthi most of them, they don't even pursue le nto bayifundeleyo esikolweni, but they use those skills that they learned from esikolweni
then,
to have their own
for
businesses.
for example, even in sport, you see the sport. Sazombone like umntana usuka from public school most of the time doing sport and represent the country.
Yeah,
You will find out private schools because they have resources from their schools to be trained to do those sports. Yeah, hence
yabo
why
njengoba uthetha
government, I
ngesport,
think, yeah,
njengoba uthetha ngesport ngoku, for example, e-CPUT kugqibeleni ludlalwa ibhola, yeke rugby, ibhola, i-women's soccer as well. Then, like, isikolo, it's not for everyone. Yeah, everyone has to go to school,
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
but isikolo is
But
not for
but
everyone.
That's
Abanye abantu abafuni ukuba mabaqhubeke nesikolo. They want to join esports esikolweni. They become active, and then, in other words, they have already set their mind ukuba ya ndilapha esikolweni ndizawufunda, but ingqondo yam, it's not to be a doctor, it's not to be a lawyer, it's not to be a journalist,
yeah.
it is to be a sportsman. Because mna andiziboni ndiyi-journalist, andiziboni ndingu-doctor, andiziboni ndiyi-lawyer, but what I see myself being, it is a sportsman. So
yeah,
if nyani our system could change, things, they would start to be better. I'm not saying things they will change like quickly, but kancane kancane, things they will start happening when it comes to youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the first point for
yeah,
me.
guys, have you seen there was yeah, guys, have you seen there was something that was trending that says on the 1st of September, our president will announce that, I don't know if he will announce or there's a law or whatever that as a change when it comes to unemployment nokuqashwa that says that a person now doesn't need to have like so much
Experience.
experience to be
Yeah.
like employed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's 6 months, 6 years experience so that you can be employed. I think I saw it on TikTok. It was trending. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you like I don't know like izokwenzeka or
Yeah, I even saw something on the newspaper, on the paper section. I mean online article, sorry. Regarding, I think it was rapport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's part
But
of, yeah,
uh, this thing, ne, it's not the first time what Ramaphosa said.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He spoke about it, I think, early this year.
yeah,
Ukuthi, the requirements for job applications will have to be cut. Ukuba okay, kungafunwa experience. That was early this year.
yeah.
And then lento, it came up again. I think last month, July, okanye early first week ka August. You see, if yayivelile ngela xesha ngoJune, I believe even before, because this has been a problem for many years,
Yeah.
ukuba ufuna experience for you to get a job. So I'm sure yayivelile before um early this year, and it will keep appearing. It will bazoqhubeka beyithetha ukuba okay, we'll have to cut, le nto yokuba okay, you have to have experience for 2 years in a certain uh, company or job, whatever. For me, I'm not sure if it will change. I'm not sure if it will change anything. Ingatshintsha ne, but now, ekutshintsheni kwayo, does that mean it will decrease the unemployment rate?
No, let's
That
let's let's give it let's
because
give let's give it 6 months and see what's going to happen, because um we're under a new leadership called GNU. So like let's just um sorry about that. Ish, I don't know what happened. I think the meeting ended that time. We're still busy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. What are we talking about again?
we were talking about um the experience, the
Oh,
experience that is required when you look for a job.
all right. And I was saying,
Yeah.
I think I responded saying, let's give the GNU what is the thing, a chance, right? 6 months and see what's going to happen, because um there's DA. Don't forget that DA and ANC. I think DA will work. Will give more pressure to the GNU, because they've been not allies with the ANC. I'm sure like they will have to like what's the thing? They will have to make sure that they work hand in hand with the ANC and the other parties, since they're a GNU. They're gonna like come up with something. Plus we have like case in there, man, like everything's gonna be something,
Yeah.
you see.
But now the thing is,
Yeah.
um, in this GNU, ne,
Yeah.
yeah.
there are 11 political parties, ne, that are fostering collaboration to make sure that there is stability in the country and there's also a growth. But now the thing is, EDA, for instance, EDA, it does not agree with some of the principles that are in the Constitution. some of the principles that form part of ilantuza i-democracy yalapha eSouth Africa. And yet they are in collaboration with the ANC and other political parties. Yawusho njengoba besitsho uba we can give them 6 months and then we are going to see how things they will work out for them.
Yeah.
But even in those 6 months, maybe it will be worse.
Yes.
Because if I am working with you, Sean,
Yeah.
no, suddenly we work together, but again, working together, we are trying to bring stability to South Africa. We are trying to bring growth to economy as South Africa. But if mnanani asivumelani with some of the terms that we are going to put or that are already there under a constitution yalapha eSouth Africa, how are we going to move this train together and make sure that things are going to work out for those who are there? Because bona, everything works out for them. Everything is working out for them, those who are in power, those who are above us. But if if those who are above us, they do not agree, noba yintoni na, they do not agree in some of the things that are happening eParliament, those who suffer the most are those who are there,
Yeah.
which is the city ke ngoku, which is the city. And ke ngoku, it gets back to us in a way that it increases not only unemployment rate, it increases a crime in South Africa.
Yeah.
Because if I am unemployed, then it means and ufumana umsebenzi because of like experience maybe, or maybe there is a mismatch of his skills. The skills that are required from me in a certain company, I do not have. And the skills that I have, they do not need them. So you see, there's mismatch of his skills. There's a lot about, okay, I'm not going to get employment anytime soon. Let me go mhlambe ndokwenza i-certificate esithile so that ndibe ne-skills azibazifunayo. Sometimes we don't get the chance to do i-certificate ezithile so that we may have certain skills. And then abanye abantwana, they say, okay, ngoku andinawo umsebenzi, what should I do? Option number one, let me go and rob so that I can survive. Let me go and steal so that I can survive. You see, now it's no longer the unemployment rate, but it also like it shifted to a crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shifted to many things that we will never see them if we do not allow, or let me not say we, if those who are in power, those who are in governance, if they do not allow youth to have a voice in everything that is happening, then they will never know what is happening with us. But bazawubona njengemiphumela, they will only see consequences.
But particularly apho siyithethayo ne of like the DA not seeing eye to eye with other political parties that are part of the GNU because of some other levels, of some other what do you call imithetho ekhoyo ne. But
Yes.
don't you think ukubana like if NSFAS was could be alone like before, don't you think that the unemployment will drop and the employment will go up? Because when you have when they make that NSFAS fund alone, that will lend like so that we can pay back la mali sityalayo for NSFAS. Just my question, like I'm asking.
Yeah. But now
the
I
thing is,
know abantu.
here's the thing. NSFAS before, I think before 2019, it was still it was a loan.
It was a loan, I
but
understand, yeah.
but
was a loan.
but the unemployment rate was not decreasing, it was
Do
also
you remember
increasing.
that it was a loan because the country iphethe into the ANC? You know, into ezidibene ne-ANC, they azilandelelwa like properly. Like you could do something under ANC, like whatever. Izawusearcha loo nto yakhe but iphelele emoyeni. Don't you think now that the DA now is part of the system now, like it's part of the people, it's part of the like political parties that are in charge now, that they share the charge in this country. That like izoba like straight like abantu employment bazobuyisa imali le bayityalayo yesibele into uzayiloni le bayithathileyo.
But ke ngoku I know mna abantu who were studying that time uNSFAS esayilone, and most yabo aba bantu they used NSFAS and they had NSFAS as a loan, but until today lo msebenzi babewufundele azange bawufumane. Instead, like for instance, lo endimaziyo ngwaseDurban, so she studied UKZN. That was long time, but I think ugqibe yena ngo-2015, 2015 or 2016, somewhere there. So she started to be a social worker. And now, ukuze abe yile social worker, suppose uba yiyo, since she studied for being a social worker, she has to go to a Pretoria to get a certificate esithile that will permit her to start working as a social worker. But the problem, it's not to go to a Pretoria to get a certificate. The problem is you can go and get a certificate in Pretoria, but when you come back, you still have to be employed. Though UNESA certificate is it now, you are fit or qualified to be a social worker. You still have to look for a job. And then you go looking for a job, still you don't get employed, though une certificate. So abanye abantu, they have the tools, the necessary tools that are required for them to start today emsebenzini, but still akho mathuba acreatiweyo ngendlela efanelekileyo so that they may be able to start working as in today. So even if NSFAS changes from being a scheme to a loan, it will be worse, because now let's say change, it becomes a loan, then they create jobs for you, for me, uba masiqale ukusebenza. Then when we work, uzawusebenzela to pay that loan which you have, of which ngoku kunyaka wokuqala, I remember first year yethu, imali yayikhutshiwe for the year, it was 30 something, and unyaka nonyaka iyanyuka. So imagine, let's say 30,000, you times by 4, that's 120,000 that you will be owing to NSFAS because it was a loan. But low 120,000, kukhona i-interest pa. There is an interest per extra suppose bekhona. Roughly, we can say it will be 150,000 maybe, for an example. So wena uqala uba uzosebenzela to pay that loan for how many years? And then the things that you had planned to do long time ago, they are going to be on hold. They are going to be on hold. And then ngoku, yeah, kungafika la part yokuba, okay, you know what, have your own business, so that ibhizinesi lakho mhlambe lizawukhavarisha le mali oyityalayo, and then ngesalary yakho you start to do something else. But ke ngoku kuphinde kuthiwa when you work for a government, you can't have a business. So
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
still,
cool.
still,
Yeah, I get your
it's a lot.
point.
it's a lot, Lendo, of youth as a South Africa. Being unable to be employed. Inkulu kakhulu, because singababuza uba, okay, what are they doing to get the youth employed? If you are going to be employed as a youth, it will not be a permanent job, trust me.
Because
It will be
you
a
see,
contract here 6 months,
you see,
contract here 1 year.
you see, when we ask them, when they are asked, actually, most of the time, like what's the thing? When they ask the question that you just asked right now, right? What are they doing and stuff? Then they'll be like, what are students studying? You understand? Like they'll be like, students are studying useless courses. Then I ask myself, how come they say the course is useless? Meanwhile, it's still in the university. You understand?
Exactly.
You understand? So if they say the course is useless or it's not gonna benefit the country, so why are they still offering that course? You see? And this reminds me of the day I think he went, it was in UKZN or what, I don't know. Whereby former President Mbeki was handing a speech. He even touched the questions that I just asked here. You see, like
Yeah.
why are they still offering these courses? Meanwhile, they know that they ain't gonna benefit the country.
And again, the other thing, Sean,
Yeah,
there will be no balance, even if kungatwa they remove those courses that they see them as useless.
yeah,
Tell me, if there's only a courses that require maths and physics, then who is going to be um a, let's say, a teacher of a certain subject?
yeah,
Because if now go to okay, it should be maths and physics, and also e-commerce, which means business studies, economics, and accounting. Okay, fair
Like,
enough. But who is going to, because the country, there needs to be balance.
yeah,
There needs to be balance. And as much as
yeah,
they say they're useless, but there needs to be balance.
yeah, and with you saying there should be a balance, what I want to ask is, are these courses that are being said, they are they have no jobs? Are they really like, do they really not have any jobs, or is it because maybe there's an issue with the education system? Because I believe, excuse the noise, no? If there could be like a change in the education system where, oh God, noise. Whoa, sorry guys. I believe if there would be like some sort of a change in primary, the education system, or rather the syllabus is being worked on, whereby we're taught at the very young age how to run a business, how to, like, more practical stuff instead of theory. Like for example, let's take a course such as HR. If you're going to tell me that HR doesn't have a lot of jobs, what do you mean? Because in order for you to get hired, you need to be interviewed, which is going to somehow involve the HR department. If, let's
Yeah.
say, the administration course is known to not have any jobs, what do you mean? Because in order for a business to run successfully, there needs to be an administrator, there needs to be all of those structures that are somehow linked to administration. I think
Yeah.
my issue that I have with this whole thing of some courses not being, rather not having jobs, is that we have been failed, basically. And I
Yeah.
think it's time to actually stop focusing on these courses not having jobs, but rather try to find a solution where it can start from primary, where we are being taught practical things, and then high school,
we're taught the business side of things, how to be
Yeah.
an entrepreneur more than anything, to start your own business instead of having your qualification and go and work for someone else. That's how I feel about this whole thing. I don't think it's more of this course is not having jobs, basically.
It's the same
That's
thing that I
my
said in the
view on this whole
beginning.
thing.
In the beginning of the meeting, that's what I said. Wuti, the problem, it's not us having no skills. Yes, we don't have these new skills that are required. But the problem it's the education system. Because ngoku benisithi kuSean ubana noSalisiwe, we are required ukuba masithini si venture into business sector. But now if you don't have the skills, best guaranteed, abase-primary xa bephuma bengene high school, they don't have those skills. Abase-high school xa bephuma bengene university, they don't have skills. Naxa beyunivesithi bephuma beya emisebenzini, they don't have skills. So into has to start from the root of the education, which is to change the skills or the system so that will survive in the near future. So it's true. Yes, we are lacking skills, but as
Yeah.
well, there is a problem with system yalapha eSouth Africa when it comes to education.
And to think about Blonde's skill, like there was like I was scrolling them and I come across this person who was saying like education in South Africa, if it's going to continue like this, there's nothing that is going to change in this country. If we're now grade 1, grade 2, uyophuma grade 6, you can't do anything. Like you can't do anything that will bring you imali. Like for example, it's easy as if ufundisa grade 1 to spot like ilentuza kama it's easy to spot uba umntana like yintoni azosuccessa kuyo xa phuma esikoleni. For example, it's easy as if like ufundisa abantwana i-farming, ujonge like izikills zabantwana like uba umntana yintoni a-interested kuyo, like yintoni oyibonayo uba like okay, this child uzawuba yi-farming, uzokwenza ifama, uzoba ngumlimi. And then this child can be engineering by ukubadlalisa ngee-toys zabo yasesikolweni, like okay, oh lo mntana like is brilliant angakwazi uyibuilda something like this, yabo. Like kwezinye countries like and yes, but because the countries I'm sure might like education yabo like improve more than this one. Lesukuyo yokufundiswa nge-history yethu and fundiswa all the that into ezingazukwenzela nto besides uba uya esikolweni uyozifunda nalapho you don't even understand context yale nto uyifundelayo because there are no practical things ozibonayo uba yintoni le nto ndiyifundelayo. That's the beginning, yabo.
And you see, njengoba
I think
ndaphuma esikolweni many years, but if I can go to a high school yam endandifunda kuyo, kule klasi kwakuthethwa mhlawumbi ndandifunda i-history, ndiye kwiklasi ye-history, the very same thing that I learned or that I was taught more than 10 years ago, yinto abasayifundiswayo until today. Even the teachers, they even get bored. Bafuna ukutshintsha ilanto ii-courses abazenzayo and start all over again, benze ezinye ii-course. Suppose they see that they are doing the same thing. The same thing. There's no change. There's no change. There's no change. So
oh, sorry. I mean, like
yeah, you can continue.
we have limited time, guys. Like I think we have like less than 5 or 6 minutes there. You see. So
Yeah.
I was trying to say, have you ever checked the like Chinese education system or the what's the thing, the American education system is different from ours. You see, like when you check in America, like you can see like they teach different things. Like it's actually, let me say, the education system is better than ours compared to the South African education. And even in China, like what I heard is that a small child is taught how to create a watch, you see, than us, where we're taught to write our names while they're taught to make watches. You see, things are different from here in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they improve the
Yeah,
education
that's what I
system,
was referring to.
yeah, if they improve the education system from the primary, I believe that they can be able to, things are going to be able to change like on our side because like we're kind of struggling, man. I don't wanna lie. You see.
You see, into that makes other countries to be different when it comes to education system is because, first of all, as a country, as they are developed countries, and like they are developed countries in every aspect of life compared to a South Africa. That's why you'll find out, Uguti, when you bring an international student to a South Africa, they know more than us because things that they were taught, eh, or things that we were taught in a high school, bona, they were taught in primary. You know?
Yeah.
So it makes them better in that way because their countries are developed and indlela yokwenza phana, it's much advanced compared to a South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ke ngoku,
Yeah.
some of the international students, not necessarily coming from America to come and study in South Africa, but kwezinye indawo, their education is better, but after that, they have limited opportunities to get employed. That's why they move from one country to another, from one country, let's say from China, to come and study or work here in South Africa or any other country. So now, I would say, all in all, in order for us as youth to be employed in South Africa, it has to start with the government changing the education system and improve its skills in each and every learner that is at school, from the basic education to high school and higher education, which is universities and colleges. If now there's the change for education system, development of skills, then they allow youth to have a voice in the challenges that they are facing as youth. Then they will see, or we will see a way forward when it comes to employment rate up in South Africa. That's my
Well,
point of concluding.
already
Landus.
fine, we're changing the education system and all that. So what about those who are already educated? The education system was changed, fine. You're planning to change it going better, but then those who are already educated sitting up, they're educated already, and the education system says draft manje, bona sebefundile. What do they do ke bona in this whole thing?
So bona, they like government has to build not sites as such, but a space whereby kuzawudilwa ne-skills, development of skills for those who are already out of school. They're educated, yes, they don't have the experience, or maybe they have the experience, but the problem is they don't have the skills. So ngoku, for them, a way forward, it is to build their skills, to improve their skills. And if government helps with that, then it will be useful to us abangasekho sesikolweni, like a primary and as a high school. And then after that, we need to have a voice in everything that is happening kurhulumente. In other words, youth needs to be there in government. Youth needs to be in parliament so that they may say their share of things that they are going through as youth.
Yeah.
So that's it for me.
Yeah, I think that's it for today because we have like 2 minutes left here. Um I'm looking forward to see you guys on the next meeting or podcast, guys. For now, let's just end it here because the time was limited. It was 30 minutes.
Now,
Yeah. Um, for sure, on the next podcast, we'll be talking about, we'll discuss this on the group then.
yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Yes, guys.
Yeah. Bare, itabola bola.
Yeah.